we have completed. We gave the discussion on what? What is our last class discussion? While loop. We discussed while loop. While loop we discussed it, right? Fine. So now it is the time to see, to move to the further discussion now. To move to the further discussion. So next, Ankit, good morning, ma. I seen the moment when you say the message, I have seen it. I said good morning to everybody, right? Please look at that. Let me enter into the subject. Yes, ma, Pooja. Put your query. Put your query, Pooja. Yes, no problem. Put your query. I will watch it. Right. So, yes, ma. So you put it in one line or second line, no problem. Reverse of the string, you can put it like that. You can just go for what you entered, Ritesh. Okay, to put it in the same line, you can use either you can use end is equal to, or you can use one by one also, you can print it. So you can print it. You can print by using in the same line. How I put that words, I told already in our class now. Go to the Python environment. You look at this once. I said not shift operator. We used, I hope so. Even if I did not use it, I will explain in the class. Suppose LST is equal to some data like 10, 20, 30, 40, for example. This is my data. For I in LST, don't worry about for loop. I will explain in today's class. Nothing to worry. Print of I, which is printing in the line by line. To print in the same line, I will use comma, end is equal to some space. You give some space, it will print in the same line. Okay, fine. Fine, ma. Yes, Pooja, did you understand? Right. So take care of that. Now you can take care of that. Okay. So let us move to the further discussion now. So let us move to the further discussion. Now you see, coming to the point back, in the loops we are in the loops part I already explained about. While loop, that particular explanation, syntax number 1, and then flow chart and those things. Last class I explained it. And some of the examples also I taught to you. And a for loop related, while loop related explanation also I gave you. This is an explanation what I gave you. And in today's class, along with this looping, while loop, let me introduce what is that? For loop also, then combined examples I will discuss. Okay, so let me go to the for loop. I am going to discuss. What is the for loop syntax is. Now I am going to enter into that. So very simple. Let us watch this for loop now. I will go to the for loop explanation now. So 2 types of loops are there, which you are already aware of it. How many types of loops? 2 types. One is called what? While else, last class, while else, and the second one is called what? For, and then what? For else. Any type of looping statements you people are using, you need to take it as what? Initialization part, conditional part, and updation part is compulsory. That updation part require either increment or what? Decrement. Understand, students? Right. Even if any assignment related doubts are there, after for loop is over, I will do some rigorous examples. Even completely tomorrow, I will take the complete examples on for and while. Okay. Even today also, I will take the complete examples. Okay. So let me go to the for loop now. For loop example, I will start. See, students, for loop I am going to explain. Let us see this for loop. Why for loop is required? In which case I need to go for the for loop? I'm going to give you the clarity on it. Yeah. So in Python programming, they gave a clear cut policy, when to go for looping of while, when to go for loop, they gave the clear-cut clarity to us. Okay, so let us coming to the clarity of this for loop. Let me show you the syntax. Let me show you the syntax. Syntax number 1, I will tell you. After the syntax number 1, I will tell you when I should go for it. I will tell you the recommendations for you. For variable name, that means any variable name you can take it. For is a keyword. For is the keyword, students. Variable name is of any choice on your own. In is called what? Keyword. It is an operator actually. It is an operator actually, but here it is called what? Keyword. For in, iterable object. For in, iterable object. Iterable underscore object. Iterable underscore object. What is iterable object in our class? Did you understand iterable object in our class? What is an iterable object? An iterable object is one which contains more number of elements. Is called what? Iterable object. What are the iterable object examples, please? str, bytes, byte array, range, list, tuple, set, frozen set, dict. These are the examples of what? Iterable objects. Okay. So in our case, you see, just now we went for this Python environment. It is a LST, I took it. It is containing more number of elements or not? Now, what is this for loop is? What for loop will do? Very, very easy behavior. The execution behavior of for loop is each element of iterable object kept in where? Variable name. Each element of iterable object kept in where? And execute block of statements. Execute block of statements. Indentation block of statements. I will write it there. What is this now, ma? Block of statements. Block of statements, which I am going to write it. I am going to show you that. Block of statements and performing that operation. Performing that operation. So block of statements are performing. For variable name in iterable object and doing what? Block of statements. Suppose if iterable object contains 10 values, how many times it is repeated? 10 times. Come on, iterable object contains how many values? 10 values. First value of iterable object kept in where? And execute what? Block of statement. Next time the control goes to PVM, control goes to the for loop back. Second element of iterable object kept in where? And execute once again what statements? Again going to where? For loop. Third element of iterable object kept in where? Again execute. Fourth time execute. Sixth time, seventh time, ninth time, 10th time. 10 elements are there, 10 times it will repeat. 11th time it is going back. Do you have any more elements in the iterable object? That time it will come out of it. When it comes out of it, what statements are executing, my dear students? See, parallel to that I am writing here. What is this, ma? Other statements in the program. Other statements in where? Program. This is related to first syntax of the for loop. First syntax of the for loop. Understand? Second syntax I will write it, students. Second syntax I am going to mention it. What are the second syntax? Please observe it, ma. Second syntax. Syntax number 2 I am going to take it. What is the syntax number 2? See that? Syntax number 2. What is the syntax number 2 says? It is like this. It is like this. Syntax number 2. Variable name in iterable object, same as that. Once for loop becomes false, that means once the elements are over, it is coming to where? Else part, I will write what, ma? Else block of statements. Here also you may have some block of statements. I will write else block of statements. Else block of statements. Else block of statements we are taking. And moreover, we have what? Other statements in the program as usual. Come on, start the discussion now. How this flow will be? First element of iterable object kept in where? Variable name, and execute this block of statements. And going to where? Going to for loop once again. For is a keyword which takes the PVM control back to the looping statement again. Okay, next variable and execute the block of statements. Again, third time, fourth time, fifth time, it goes on executing block of statements until all elements of iterable object completed. Once iterable object elements are over, for loop is becoming false. Coming to which part? And execute which statement? Else block of statements. After else block of statement, it is going to execute what? So else block will execute one time or more than one time? One time. Already we have seen else block. Else block will execute when the condition becomes false. When the for loop condition becomes false, coming to which block? Else block, and execute other statements in the program or not? Yes. So I will show you one example. After that I will come to this. When the for loop is highly recommended. Shall I move? Yes. Let us come to students. I would like to take one example on this case. Let us go to the paint screen once. I will show you. One side I will take with while loop. One more time I will take what? For loop I will take it. Yes. My data is logic number 1, students. Logic number 1 using what? While loop. Using while loop. Yeah. Look at this, students. Using while loop. What is my requirement is my value called s is equal to what is my word? Python. My word is called what? Python. Now I want to retrieve this data. How do you retrieve this data? Using while loop I want to do it. I want to print P, Y, T, H, O, N. Letter by letter I want to print it. How do you do it? First of all, when we are already fully thorough with the subject, already you are aware of this. This is called the letters are available with an index based or not. P, Y, T, H, O, and then N. Am I correct? What, students? Correct, ma? Yes. So here I will take it like this. So you are already aware of this. And please take care of all the students, ma. Take care of that. So I'm going to take O and then N. So this is my data, given data. Already you are well aware of it. It is internally having what? Indexes. Positive indexes are there. Negative indexes are there. You are well aware of those kind of things. You are well aware of that. This is called 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that. So this is going to be like that. So it is going to be 5. Okay, students. Now tell me, how do you retrieve the data? I is equal to what? 0. Because initialization is compulsory. Last class what we said? That is need to carry. Okay, students. Tell me, while, come on ma, I less than, how many characters I have to retrieve? 5. 5 means 0 to 5 means 6. How do you get the 6, ma? len of s. Len of s. Yes, len is one predefined function or not? Which will give you the number of letters in the str obj. Let us go to that to test it once again quickly. To test it once again, if anybody forget that, I will go to this, ma. You see, s is equal to what here? Python. Print of what? S comma, what is this? Len of s. It is going to print Python. How many characters? 6 characters are there. Come on. I less than len of s. 0 less than 6 true. 1 less than 6 true. 2 less than 3 less than 4 less than 5 less than 6 less than 6 is called what? False. So 5 times it is coming. Okay, students. Indentation block, students. Come on, ma. Print of. Tell me. Yes of. Come on, students. Yes of what? I. What is the value printed, ma? What is the value printed? I forget. P is printed. Am I correct? What is the value of I? 0 less than 6. True. What is the S of I? P. Next I need to increment the 0 to 1 or not. How do you increment, please? Very good. I is equal to what? I plus 1. I is equal to I plus 1. What is the value of I, please? It is a 2. Go back. 2 less than what? 6. True. 1 less than 6. Okay. What is this now? This is called what? 1. That is nothing but a P, Y. Y will be printed or not? I is equal to I plus 1. It is a 2. 2 less than 6. True. Py of S of 2. What is this? T. Next I is equal to I plus 1. 3. 3 less than 6, true. S of 3, S of 2, what is this? I is equal to I plus 1, 3, 3 less than 6, true. S of 3, H, 3 plus 1, 4, 4 less than 6, true. S of 4, O, I plus 1, 5, 5 less than 6, true. S of 5 is called what? N, 5 plus 1, 6, 6 less than 6, false out of that. Am I correct? So this is by using what loop? While loop. While loop. Let us go to this is by using while loop, students. Now I want to use another looping. See, I took it as a initialization. I prepared the condition. I incremented. Little typical I felt. Little difficult we felt. Let us go to using what? For loop. My dear students. For, come on, CH in where? Yes. What is yes, my dear students? Iterable object contains more number of characters. Iterable objects are those which contains more number of values. What is the behavior of for loop I told? S contains how many letters? Python. So here S is equal to, what is this now? Python. Tell me, what is the first value of S? Each value of S kept in where? CH. I told in my explanation also, each value of iterable object kept in where? And execute what? So this for loop is going to execute the block of statements repeatedly for finite number of times until all elements are getting completed. Understand me? Go back, you see. What is the first value of CH now? How many letters are there in S? 6. What is the first value of S? P. Print what? P kept in where? Print what, ma? Print of what? CH. What is the letter printed? Next going to where? Next going to for loop or not? What is the second value of S? It will take second value automatically. Need not to increment, need not to initialize, nothing. What is the next value printed here? Why? Next value, please. T, H, O, N. So what is the first value of S? Once again, P kept in where? Execute the block of statement pre-printed or not. Next value of CH is S is what? Y. Y is printed, T printed, H printed, O printed, N printed. Is it printing all the times or not? Last and final. LST is equal to 10 Java, and next is called Python. Next is called what? Django. Next is called 34.56. Like this. This is my list data. This is my list data. Please print this list data one by one. Come on, ma. For value in where? What is LST? Iterable object. LST is what? Okay. Come on, print. Print of what? Well. Then next value printed. Next Python. Next. So how this for loop is evaluated? First value of LST kept in value, execute the block. Second value of LST kept in value, execute. Third value, fourth value, fifth value, until it reaches to all the elements. How do you write using for loop? How do you write using while loop? Take using while loop the same logic I want to in front
Recording
what
in
are the value
progress.
available? 100 comma 101 comma 102 comma so on. So on 119. Do you know already this one? Yes. What are the positions, please? 0. Already I need not write again and again. 1, so on, 2, so on. It will be having many positions or not? Come on, using while loop, please. Come on, please. I is equal to 0. While I less than len of r. Okay. Print of r of what? I. And I is equal to what, ma? I plus 1. See how much difficulty it is. Using for loop, you please do it. For loop, please. For I in R. For I in. What is the first value of I? 0 na. What is it? I. What is the value printed there? It is printed what? Next. 101. See, 2 lines of code only I wrote here. 2 lines of code is written. It will go on printing number of things. It will go on printing number of things. So it is going to print what? First line, second line, third line, fourth line, 4 lines. Here only I wrote what? 2 lines of code. While loop. While loop. Starting from 1. Do you feel that is wrong? Starting from 1 you are thinking. Not like that, ma. Index starts from where? 0. Depends on our problem statement we need to go. So need to start with what? Index starts from 0. Not index starts from 1. Index starts from 0. So I will show you. So any type of iterable object is coming. Any iterable objects are coming. Any iterable objects are there. Use what? Use what? For loop. For what purpose? Repetition purpose. Any iterable object is there. Use for loop. Any non-iterable objects are there. Any non-iterable objects are there. We are going to use many times. If you want a repetition, use what? While loop. This is the 100% guidance you need to follow. This is a 100% state approaches you need to follow. Other than this, we cannot go for anything else. Okay, students, let us go to that. Students in the online, are you able to follow? Are you able to follow? Listen carefully, my class. Listen carefully. Manikanta, that is in the students who are saying data frame, Manikanta. This is the Manikanta. You are asking irrelevant doubt, ma. This is in my class. I am discussing for loop. Where I am going to tell you that, because Manikanta is asking, I want to give you a stronger answer to him. See that in my 7 a.m. there is a concept called what? In the place of this, there is a concept called what, you know? Pandas. When the last moment, when the last batch is getting completed, there is a topic called what? Pandas. Somewhere else there is a topic name called. So you come to the point of it. There is a topic called Pandas. There is a data frame in Pandas. Manikanta, please watch it. Because irrelevant doubts, I don't want to take it. Irrelevant doubt. You see data frame, how many I am talking? Mind blowing. Your mind will blank when I explain that. See how many examples. Almost 180 lines of examples are continuing. If you ask me, I cannot reply for it. All of them I am asking, you have to follow me. All of you, you have to follow me. And whenever you ask, I am not going to run behind of one student. Okay? All of you should follow me. Otherwise, it's up to you. Right? So, coming to the point back, you follow me, that's it. Without practicing, if you come to my class, it is difficult for you. That's it. So, coming to the point, if I don't reply to your doubts, once again, I am telling to this online student strongly, if your doubt is genuine, I will respond. If your doubt is ungenuine, I will not respond. I already told you, once again, I am saying that. Okay. So listen the class carefully, you will understand everything. Without listening, if you ask the doubt, I am not going to concentrate on it. I just neglect that. Please keep in mind, right? Be careful and do this. Carefully try to understand. Only relevant doubts are entertained. Irrelevant doubts, I'm not going to use it. Right? Coming to the point of it. Now coming to the point of it, for loop and then for else loop it is. Okay. Now I'm going to take what is the use of this for loop is. What is the use of this for loop is? Let me complete. So this for loop is meant for the purpose of for loop. The purpose of what? For loop. The purpose of for loop is that to retrieve the data, or extract the data from any iterable object, okay, from any iterable object. So any type of repetition you want for the for loop, go for what? Any iterable object data you want to retrieve, go for a for loop. Any non-iterability is coming, go for what? While loop. So this is the syntax number one. This is called, next is called syntax number 2, and we are getting this. And let us go to some examples in the classroom. So let us go to some examples in the session. Let us watch this. Both the loops I can show you, whichever is comfortable we can follow it. So this program extracts the data or retrieve the data, whatever you like it, extracts or retrieve the data from given string. So I can get the given string here. So by using what I am using, while loop I can do, by using for loop also I can do it. So how do you get it? So I will take a line of text. So input of, I am entering, enter a line of text. Or if you take beginning, if you want to take like this, you can take it Python. So I will use what? With while loop I can say, by using which loop this is? While loop. By using while loop. How do you get it now? How do you get it? I is equal to 0. While of what? I less than len of s. I say here. Print of what? S of I. I is equal to what? I plus 1. So that value will be printing. All these values will be printed one by one. So I explained the logic part also. Let us coming to the for loop example. I am saying that for loop example 1.py. For loop example 1.py. So let us save this code and go to the location here. So go to this place here, 9 AM loops. In that, try to take care. So a lot more examples we'll discuss. One by one we will discuss in the class. So let us go to the discussion of this place. So coming to this place, so I'm taking Python 9 AM. So loops I'm taking, right? So py, coming to this now, getting the data printed like this. To print it in the same format, to print it in the same line, you have to write end is equal to, I am writing something like this. How it is going to work with? S of I, first value printed. When the first value printed P, there is a value called what? End. It is the keyword kind of thing. It says after the letter P is printed, PVM will be instructed by this end. Don't go to the next line. You just give some space what is mentioned by the programmer. Some space is there and cursor is still waiting there only in the same line. And I is equal to I plus 1. I value is incremented. That is 1 less than S. And S of 1, that is nothing but what it is printed. Y is printed in the same line where cursor is waiting. And again space is maintained. Like that, like that in the same line with a space maintenance, same line will be printed. So because of end is equal to space, the data will be printed in the same line. Let us watch this now. It is printed in the same line like PYTHON. I can print the data vertically. I can print the data horizontally also. So let us go to the point back. So it is going to print the data vertically. Understand? Let us move to the further. This is by using what loop? While loop. While loop. You can also say this thing. You can also say this thing using for loop also you can say. Using for loop also you can say. No need to go for any incrementation. No need to go for any initialization. Nothing. For value in where yes. What is the first value of yes? Python. First value of s is called what? P and kept in where? VAL. Next value of s is kept in VAL. It is going on repeating. Print of what here? Well, just to see that, by using for loop, it is like this. So I can write here by using, I am writing for loop this is. By using for loop this is. I am going to say for loop. So getting this by using for loop, the data. By using while loop, this is the data. And which one is the most preferable one? While loop is little lengthy in coding. For loop is small in coding. It's not only that. I can say one more line like this. I can say one more line, I can write it. What is this now? LST is equal to, take some values, 10, row sum, and 34.56. And next is called what you know. I say Python here. These are my values. I want to print this data. How do you print this data? With while loop, if you want, you can say I is equal to 0. While of what? I less than what? len of LST. Len of LST. Print of LST of what? I. LST of what? I. And say I is equal to what? I plus 1. This is by using what? While loop. Just to try to print it. Just to try to print it. Using while loop this is. I will say by using while loop. I would like to take in this place. I would like to take in this place. And I would like to take in another way. For loop also I will take it. Just to watch it now. So I got it. By using while loop I got this data. Any iterable object. Same thing you want to go for by using for loop also you can do it. How do you do this? For some value in where LST, print of what? VAL, just to see 2 lines of code. By using for loop, I got it. By using for loop. If you want, I can mention here by using while loop you mentioned. Here I am saying by using what loop? For loop. By using for loop, you got it. See that? By using for loop, we got it. Are you able to understand me? Yes. Let us go back to this place. Let us go back to this place. Next, last and final, I would like to say. Last and final, I would like to say. One more example. Range object, I will take it. R is equal to what is this? Range of 100 comma what? Some 120. How you can print it? I is equal to 0. Not only I is equal to 0, J is equal to 0. What is this now? While J less than len of J. Len of J. Print of, okay. Len of what? R. Print of what? R of what? J. R of what? J. Okay. And J is equal to what? J plus 1. J is equal to what? J plus 1. So getting this, J is equal to J plus 1. 100 to what? 119. If you say something like a short data you want, 106. Using what loop it is? While loop I am using. This is by using what loop, ma? While loop I am using. This is by using while loop. See that something is there. Go to this place of what? I say by mistake that is happening. Say this one. Now see that example. 100 to what? 105. This is by using what? While loop. And the same thing last and final I am going to give you. By using what loop? For loop I will go for it. By using for loop I am going to take care. So coming to this point here. Here I will take it by using for loop I am taking. In the for loop part, what I am doing, you see, for value in where R, for value in R. No need to take any positions, directly value itself will come. Now execute it, execute it. Now I will just give you some clarity for separation. So here I am writing, you see, execute this part of this py for loop. By using for loop, we got this information. By using while loop, by using list data, by using string data, you can take whatever the conversion you like it. Is it understandable? Right. So students who are in the online, is it understandable? Is it understandable? Come on quickly, all of you should respond it. Very good. So coming to the point back, this is the continuation part of it, and multiple examples we will be discussing on this area. Multiple examples we will be discussing on this area. Okay. Now what is your doubt, ma? Stand up. Ma? Slowly, slowly. We are not incrementing, ma. We are not incrementing. We are taking what? Value by value it is taking. Okay. Your question is, you want to take two elements. But that is 100%. I already explained. Slicing, you use it. Slicing, you use it. Slicing operation. How you can use slicing operation here? You see where you want to go for it. For loop is there. For loop is there. I can say, what is this? 0 colon, 0 colon. You don't specify the ending part and say that is called what? 2 you say. 2 you say. 2 you say. What is happening? What is happening? You execute it. What is my for loop? You see PTO. Where I taught the slicing? Very long back I taught. So remembering or not? So that we need to use. Okay. All the things is there in my notes. Right? Yes. End is equal to. Same thing. Nothing is there. Comma. End is equal to what? Like this. It is not going to be having any difference. Execute it. Last one you see that it is going to print. 1 minute you see. End is equal to something like this. So for loop you see. So it is line number 11. Some small mistake is there. Line number 11. It is there. Okay. That I am removing that. Last for loop also same thing. It is not going to differ from one place to another place. It is printing in the same line. Whatever I said, the same thing only you are having. I think you are following what I am discussing. Understanding, students? Fine. So carefully follow this. This is the one which we are going to understand this discussion. Is it clear? Fine. Now I want to go for further discussions. Iterable object repetition, you want to go for what? For loop. Non-iterable object repetition, you want to go for what? While loop kind of things. Okay. This is a way how you can take care of the solutions here. So this is a for loop. Now I will write the one explanation. I will write it. What is an explanation here? I would like to write the explanation. Look at that. I am writing the explanation. What is an explanation point here? It is something like this. Watch this. Here I am going to write it. See. Here for, comma, in this syntax I am talking, comma, next is what? Else, are the keywords, Next I am talking about what? Variable name is programmer choice. Variable name represents what choice? Programmer choice. Already variables rules are over. Represents programmer choice. Next, iterable object represents any object contains which values? Multiple values. Any object contains multiple values. Like what type? Sequence type, comma, next what type? List type, comma, next set type, and dict. Dict types. This is called what? The explanation of what? Iterable object meaning. There is no meaning of writing like this, my dear students. A is equal to 100. A is equal to 100 for I in. For I in A, you cannot write it. It is a blunder. You cannot write like that. You cannot write like that. Go to the program and then test it. Go to your program and test it here. Here you see, I am writing like this. See, I am writing in a separate place. You go for it. I am taking like this. You cannot write A is equal to 100 for I in A. For I in A, print of I. You should not think that it is starting from 0 or starting from something. You will get an error here. Just try to take it for loop example 2.py. I'll just take out this code after a few minutes. Just I'm showing for the error detection purpose. Come out of that. You see that py for loop example 2. You see that int is not iterable. Int is called containing what value only? One value only available. It is not possible to iterate. Iteration means repetition. You cannot write any kind of value like this. 100.23. You cannot write A like that. You will get the error like this. You got it what? Float object is not iterable. You cannot write like this. You cannot write like this. I am writing something like true. You cannot write, you cannot say this point. Bool is not iterable. Bool is not iterable. Next is called what I am taking. 2 plus 3j. 2 plus 3j. 2 plus 3j. You see, complex is not iterable. You cannot. You can take what? You can take. You see, 10 comma 23.45 comma 100.5 comma 2 plus 3j. What this is called? Set. Set is iterable. Now you see set is iterable. Happily the data is coming. Very clearly I am showing these details. We should not go for any non-iterable objects for iterating with the for loop. Okay, right. So let us move to the further discussion. Now I am going to enter into the coding part of it. Coming to the execution part of it, I would like to write it. The execution process of, see that, this is an important point. The execution process of what loop? For loop. For loop is that each element of iterable object selected, comma, placed in where variable name and executes which statements? Block of statements. Each element, once again I will repeat, each element of iterable object selected, placed in variable name and execute block of statements. This process will be repeated. I can say ending. This process will be repeated. For finite number of times. Finite number of times means what? In simple word I can say len of each object, iterable object times, finite number of times until all elements are completed. All elements are completed in where? Iterable object. This is the ultimate point I would like to write. Once again, the execution process of for loop is that each element of iterable object selected, placed in the variable name, what you have mentioned it, and execute the block of statements. This process will be repeated for finite number of times. What is the finite number of times? Finite number of times. How many times? len of iterable object times. len of iterable object times. I am continuing until all elements are completed in iterable object. This is the execution process of the for loop. In the beginning stages, when I am explaining bytes and byte array, that time only I told you this type of point. For loop we used very early stages, but we are understanding at this stage. Okay, so I hope you are understanding. And I am writing here after all elements of iterable object of for loop completed, and it indicates after all the elements of objects of for loop completed, and it indicates condition of for loop is false. For loop is false, and later executes else block of statements, which are written where? Which are written in which block? Else block. After executing else block, what is happening? After executing else block, PVM executes other statements in the program. And one more point I will write it. Writing else block is mandatory or optional? Optional. In our program, I did not write anywhere. Writing else block is what? Optional. Writing else block is optional. So this is the execution process, and then how the for loop is evaluated internally. So in our programming part, wherever there is a iterable objects are coming, I will go for loop. Wherever there is a non-iterable objects are coming, want to be repeated for a finite number of times, I will go for what? This kind of things I will take care. So while loop is for non-iterable object repetition, and for loop is for iterable object repetition. So I can write one small note also. After finishing this, I can write one small note. This is a note point for you. Note 1. For iterable objects repetition. For iterable objects repetition, we must go for loop. It recommended to go for, I can say, it is recommended to go for recommended for using which loop? For loop. This is a recommendation. You can do while loop also, but there is a complex in writing. So next one I am going for note 2. For non-iterable objects, you have seen already non-iterable objects. For non-iterable objects repetition is concerned. Non-iterable object repetition is concerned. It is recommended for using which loop? While loop. Of course, it is mandatory for you to go for it. These are the things which you need to take care in the class. Shall we start? So let us go to the programmatic discussion in the classroom. So write down, open the notes. Now I will go for the examples. Today and tomorrow, complete more and more examples I will teach for loop and while loop. Ample of examples I will explain. Write down. Write a Python program from smallest example to the biggest examples. I will go for it. All of you should listen carefully. Right. So coming to the point of it, write down. Write a Python program. Which will generate from smallest example to the biggest examples. We will go for it. Write a Python program which will generate 1 to n numbers. Already we did with the while. We are doing with the for, so that you can differentiate between both of them. 1 to n numbers, where n is a positive. where n is the positive. In the bracket, use for loop. Use for loop. Use for loop. Use for loop. Right. So coming to the point back, next I am going for introducing for loop explanation. I am going to write it. Right. Coming to the point back, here I am going to this case. Now I am going to explain like this. Fine. So now I am going to enter into this. So number generation example 1.py. Already we have done number generation example 1.py. What is that? So coming to the point back, here we already used the same program by using what? While loop. Now I am using what? For loop I am using. So n is equal to int of input of enter a number. Okay, enter a number. Fine. Now if n less than or equal to what? 0. What I say here? Print of is what? Invalid input. Is invalid input. Okay, dot format of what? N. This is called one validation part. Next I am going to take what? Else. Now there I need to print the numbers. So see here, print numbers within. I say numbers within. I am going to say dot format numbers within. Yes, I will write it. Dot format of what is this? N. And you are already well aware of it, the formatting style of it. You know, some stars I want to use it. So that I will use it in this case. Now say to me, I want to print it. How we printed previously? By using while loop you printed. How you have written, you know, I is equal to 1 and while I wrote it, I less than or equal to n. Depends on the logic, you need to take care of it. I told already. And then I is equal to what I said, I plus 1 is a big story. I wrote it. Today I don't want such a big story. I don't want to go for it. I want to use which data type? Range data type I will use. Range data type. Come on. For I in, yes please, range of 1 comma n plus 1. 1 comma n plus 1. All of you should listen very carefully because programming started. You try to understand the miracles of the programming. Don't try to express your old stories. Don't try to take your old C language logics and all those things. Try to follow me carefully if you want to become a successful student. If you try to say your own things, I am not going to consider that. Because when I say some leniently, so the Ankit, Mr. Ankit is there. When I am speaking freely with him, you cannot ask, sir, data frame or that frame or this frame. I'm not going to run behind of it. So please don't take it as a lenient. Try to listen me carefully and try to get the good things. That's it. So come to the point of it. Print off, come on to the point. I say \t. I say dot format of, what is this? I can say. What is simply started with? What is the number I entered here? 5 I entered. 5. Follow the tracing part. 5. And I am saying here what? Range of. What is the data type is prepared here? Range of. What is the range please? 1 comma 5 plus 1 is called what? 6. So when it is going to decide the range, it is going to give you 1 to 6 minus 1 or not. So I will get my number as this. If I write by mistake only n, if I write only n, you will get only 4. Just try to experience it. Try to experience this code. Listen this carefully. Already it is there. It says, saying that it is there already. It seems yesterday we did that. Number generation example 2. Number generation example 2. Ample of examples I'll tell you. Mind-blowing examples I'll tell you if you follow me. If you go in your own direction, I am not responsible for it. See that, enter a number. 5 I set. I got only 1 to 4. Do you need 1 to 4 or 1 to 5? 1 to 5. So I will go for compulsory to be written as what? N plus 1. So I can go for that. What is this now? You see number is called 5. 5 numbers are coming. Are you getting me? Yes. So next is called what? Like this you can go for it. Enter, run once again, ma. Run once again. I say -5, invalid input. You say 0, invalid input. You see now guys, I say here something like a 10. So I got the numbers called 10. I'll say number called 20. 20 things will come. If I say the number called 1000, I am saying 1000 numbers it is going on coming. 1000 number repeatedly coming until it reaches to the destination. Are you following, students? So this is the way how you can write it. First sample for small example to very biggest examples I will explain in the class. Students in the online, are you following me? Are you following me or not? That is an important. Right? Yeah, Pranav, what is your doubt, ma? So follow me carefully. So let us go to the discussion here. Fine. Are you able to follow this case? Good. So next example I want to go for. 1 to n numbers you are generating. Next numbers I want to go for it. Write down. Next, one more. Write a Python program. Write a Python program. Write a Python program which will accept any integer value. Which will accept any integer value. Write a Python program which will accept any integer value and generate even numbers and odd numbers separately. 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 Yes. Right. So coming to the point of it, now I am going to enter into the even numbers and odd numbers. So even the moment when even numbers, odd numbers is coming, we did already with what? Loops. While loop already used. Today I want to use what? For loop, which is the most easiest part I need to take care. So see students, I will take this example. I will take this example and try to follow me. I will carry this example and then watch it once. As usual, I will take this one, just to try to remove. So I will take it even and odd. Even odd dot py. Enter a number. If the number is negative, I will go for it. Else part I am going to take it. First I will concentrate on what? Even numbers. Okay, print. Look at even numbers, all of you. Even numbers within carefully follow dot format of n. As usual, I will take your presentation. Good looking output purpose I am taking. Okay. Now you tell me what should I do? For. Come on. Even in where? Even in range of. Even numbers starts from where? To where? N plus 1. Suppose I enter 10. Suppose I enter the 10. This is my n is equal to. This is my n is equal to 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 10 also will come or not? So how is the range here? Range of 2, n plus 1, 2. Range is having 3 syntaxes. If you don't remember the subject, I can't do anything else. Range of value, range of start, stop, range of start, stop, step. Already I was explained like anything. What I should do? Already explained. If you read my notes thoroughly, if you come to the class, no doubts will come exactly. If you don't read, so many hundreds of doubts will come. Even I say here, without reading, you will get so many doubts that I cannot. responsible for it. So even I will write it. Even I wrote it. /T. Just to print it up to here, I will write L spot here. L spot I am writing. First time I am writing L spot. So in the L spot, I will end this line. I will end this line. First time for loop else I am writing. After printing even numbers, last one line will come or not? Star lines I will write it. Star lines. Just to execute it. Even first even numbers I am printing. After 2 minutes, I will go for odd numbers also. Let us concentrate on it. Even odd. Let us follow me. PY. See that. Enter the number 10. What are the numbers are coming? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. You say 20 students. You see 2, 4, etc. 20. You say, for example, something like 8. You see, I got 2, 4, 6, 8. Understand? See, the star line is coming from the L spot or not? Yes. Come on, next I want to go for what? Odd numbers in the same program only. After the else it is coming. In the else part I can continue, no problem. What I want to continue there? In the else part only I can continue, no problem. What is this now? Odd numbers. Odd numbers within where? N. Okay, start. Within the else I am writing another for. Come on students, for. Odd, in, range of. You answer my question. Such a type of things you answer. Come on. Come on. Range of 1 comma 1 comma n plus 1 comma 2. Beautiful. Beautiful. Nagesh, etc. Ganesh, Pooja, everything is good. First time started with what? Come on. 1. Why n plus 1? Suppose I entered 11. 11 is also an odd number or not? 11 also I want. So I need to take what? Next number up to that I need to take. And what is this now? First one, 2. First one, what is the value coming? 1. Next, what is incremented? 1, 3, 5, 6, 7, like that it will go on coming. Only thing is data types must be important. Data types must be important. Dot format of what? Odd. Dot format of odd. Right? I will write for loop, inner for loop. For this for loop, I am writing one more. Print of some hash symbol I am writing. It is called what? 50. Just I am showing, I am just playing with the for loop. Right? So coming to the point of it, So if anybody did not understand this logic, so who is this? Jeba Rohi. Sir, I did not understand the logic of what? This one. So this already explained. If you are not there at this logic, ma, I can't do anything, ma. Please take care of that. If you did not understand this 2 comma n plus 1 comma 2, which was already explained in the range data types only. So please take care of this logics, please. Right. So coming to the point of it, this I will take care of this. So coming to the point of it, this is called what? Printing 50 times. This is printing what? 50 times. This is printing what? 50 times. And somebody is asking what is this hyphen and star and all these things. If I go on concentrating on it, I cannot move forward. So regularity in practicing, regularity in attending the class, regularity in reading, then only I can accept such doubts. Okay? Because I cannot put all these things across. Fine. PY, see that, enter the number 10, for example. What are the even numbers there? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Odd numbers are what? 1, 10, 5, 7, 9. You take the numbers as what? 20. 20 you take it. 20 even numbers, 2, 4, 6, like this. And what are the odd numbers here? I am taking this kind of things as odd. Now I will take something like, only 2 I am entering. Within the numbers 2. 2 is one even number, and within the 2, 1 is an odd number. If you enter anything wrong like that, it is going to be an invalid input. Understand or not? 1 you want. 1 is called what? What is that? Odd number only coming. Only one odd number is coming. That side. Even numbers is not there at all. One is not an even number. You apply whatever you like. Everything will be working out. Clear? So students, about this logic, is it clear? Right. Chaitanya, you need to follow, ma. You need to follow. So you need to follow. I said mind-blowing examples, I said. You need to follow. You need to follow the leader. That's it. That's it. You have to follow me. Okay, if you are so excited, you can go to other batch. That is only I can say to you. You can go to other batch happily. Okay, if any exciting students are there, you can go to other batches, no problem at all. Okay, right. Come on. Next, one more program. Write a Python program. Write a Python program. Write a Python program which will accept any numerical integer value, any numerical integer value and display its multiplication table. Already we did yesterday with while loop. Today we are doing with while loop, for loop. Why I am saying that? Because you must be comfortable with both of them. And generate the multiplication table. And generate the multiplication table. Generate the multiplication table. Fine. Where n is positive. Continue. Where n is positive. Where n is positive. Where n is positive. Fine. So let us go to the next discussion called multiplication table. So I hope you can do very easily. Can you do this? Look at students. Now I am going for what? Multiplication table. Come on to the point of it. Look at on the board. Try to, the moment when I say you must be able to take. What is this now? MUL table. Example 1.py. Py. Example 2.py. Maybe yesterday I did that. Take that number na. So repeatedly, I will take this logic here. I will take this logic here. And I say what here else. If my number is positive, what should I do? Print off. Come on, ma. Multiplication table for format of what? N. For n. I can say this. I say this one. I say 50. I say 50. Now I am getting like this. Now I am getting like this. Now I want to write the logic. Come on, please. For I in range of, what is the multiplication table, please? Suppose 2 into 1 is equal to 2. 2 into 2 is equal to 4. So on, I will take it as what? 2 into 10 is equal to what? 20. See these numbers, please. What is this, please? Is it not a range of values? How do you take, ma? Range of 1 comma n plus 1 comma 11, sorry. 1 comma 11. 1 comma 11 means it will take 1, 2, 3, 4 up to where? 10. 10. Very, very simple. Say 1 comma what? 11. Okay, sir. Come on, print. Print. Yes, everybody. Say this \t into I say is equal to like this. Come on, fast. Format of, now students in the online, you fill up that gap. Fill up that gap. Yes, say everybody. Come on. N comma I comma n into I. N into I. N into I. Nagesh. N comma I comma n into I. This type of answers you give it. Whenever I ask the question, you answer it. That's it. Show your readiness. Yeah. For I in range of this one. Over. Now I will write a else part here. In the else part, I will paste this line. One closing line, I will take it for good looking output purpose. Fine. Now you execute. Now you execute. Very, very easy. Now see, I will go for multiplication table example 1. Go to this place, guys. Py multiplication table example 2. Enter a number, something like -5. Invalid input. Say 0. invalid input. Enter a number, something like 9. So I got the 9th table. Enter a table, 19th table. We got like this. Which data type I am using here? Which data type I am using here? Range data type I am using. Are you able to understand? Yes. Shall we go to next? Write down. Write a Python, very, very important. Slowly logics are increasing like anything. So many examples I will tell you. Prime number logic, factorial logic, Roman number logic, mind-blowing examples I will give you. You must be patient because in 1 second total life story cannot be explained. Okay, I will explain everything when you have a patience, especially online students. So please take care of by yourself, right? Now Prasad is asking, look at that. Prasad is asking how to give, how it gave up to 10 when we gave 11 comma 1. First of all, see that how it gave up to 10 when we give 11, sir. So this is called what? Not preparing the notes. What is the range data type says? Range data type, when I gave 11 minus 1 is taken or not? So it's really difficult because I cannot explain the things which are already over. That's why I don't want to go for taking such kind of things. Prasad, not like that, ma. I feel that you are not preparing that. I feel that. So please read well. This is my advice to you, student. Please read well. I'm requesting, read well. Okay, right. Do it. Write a Python program. Write a Python program which will find sum of first n natural numbers, sum of first n natural numbers, comma, squares of n natural numbers, squares of n natural numbers, and cubes of n natural numbers. Very, very important. Sum of n natural numbers, squares of n natural numbers, and cubes of n natural numbers, and cubes of n natural numbers, cubes of n natural numbers. Okay, students? Yeah. Let us go to the, let me explain the logic. I am not going directly writing. From the bottom of the subject, I will explain. So once you read well, this notes, you will get it. Come on, students. I will go for what is this subject is. This is one of the most interesting part of the logic. Very frequently asking question in written test. Take care by this itself. So my question is, I will divide my code into 3 parts where you can feel much easy. All of you carefully attend, ma. Understand. First, sum of, what is this, ma? Sum of first n natural numbers. First n natural numbers. Okay, sir. Sum of, this is first n natural numbers. Okay, sir. Next I will take it. Here I will take it. What is that next? Sum of squares of n natural numbers. Okay, sir. Next I will take it what, ma? Sum of, next what? Cubes. Sum of what? Cubes of what? First n natural numbers. Okay, sir. Now, actually I will write only one code in our class, but I am writing for your better understanding purpose. I am writing this logic like this. What is my n, ma? N is equal to 5. First 5 natural number sum you need to find. What is the series of numbers are coming in front of you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That numbers you need to find the sum. There is a beautiful formula is there for us in our school days. We learned it. What is that? N is equal to n into n plus 1 by n plus 1 by 2. N plus 1 by 2. You can say by 2. You will get the answer. What is the formula? n into n plus 1 by 2. What is the value of n? 5. 5 into 6 by 2. 2 3s are 6. 2 into 3 is 2 into 5. Easy. What is the value of n? 5. 5 into 6 by 2. 5 into 6, 30. 30 by 2 is 15. 15 is an answer we are getting. So happily we can use that formula, we can find. But how many of you know this formula? Sum of squares of n natural numbers, sum of cubes of n natural numbers. So without using formula to test your logic how good you are, they will ask this question compulsory. And it was asked 2 to 3 times in our written test also. Shall we write the code for that? Yeah. What is this now? 1 to 5 means what? Range. Range data type or not? What is the range data type? Range of 1 comma 6. Why 6? 6 minus 1. 6 minus? Okay. Now, first time what is the value of 5 please? What is the value of 5 please? 1. Next time what is the value of 5 please? What is the next time? What is the value of I please? Next time I value please. Next time I value please. These are the values of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. First time when one I is coming, that is called 1. That has to carry out for the next number to add or not? That will become 3. 3 will be carried forward to add with the next number. So 1 will be carried with 1 will be carried with to add with 2, and that is called 3. That result will be carried to carry with adding with 3, which is called 6. 6 will be carried to add with this, it is called 10, and 10 will be carried to add with this, it is going to become 15. So 15 is a number. I mean to say, I am accumulating these values value by value. I am going to keep track of doing the sum. So that's why in the beginning, I need to have one number that is called what? S is equal to 0. Why S is equal to 0? To keep track of my sum. Because all values are not coming at a time. First, what value is coming? 1. 1 is added with what? My sum. What is my sum? 1 plus 0 plus 1. Keep it in where? Yes. Increment I value. What is the value of I? 2. 2 added with what? Yes. 1 plus 2. Increment I. 3. 3 added with yes. 3 plus 3 6. Increment I add with yes. Increment I add with yes. Until we reaches to the range. How do you write the code for that? Look at what is my value here? S is equal to what? 0. Come on. For I in range of 1 comma n plus 1. N plus 1. Where n is called what? 5. What a easy logic. S is equal to S plus I. Come on. Start logic, student. What is the value of S beginning? All of you, all the online students must say the answer. What is the value of S in the beginning? I value please. 1. 1. What is my n value? I said 5. Everybody. What is the value of I? Everybody. Everybody. 1. S plus how much? 1. How much is the S value? 2. 1. Go to where again? I. What is the next value of I? 2. What is the S plus I? Come on. 3. Next value of I. Stop it. Stop it, all of you. Refresh by yourself. Relax. Take some long breath by yourself. Take long breath. Relax. That is called CL or SCR in our computer science. Flush out. Relax. All online students also relax. What is the value of S in the beginning? Don't tell wrong. What is the value of S in the beginning? 0. Come on, student. Bill, go like an express with the online students. S value 0. What is the value of I? Everybody. 1. S plus I. S value is how much? 1. Going to where? Going to where? For loop. What is the value of I? 2. What is the value of S already? 1 plus 1 plus 1. 1 plus 1 or 1 plus 2? 1 plus 2. What is the value of S? 3. Going to where again? I value how much? 3. 3 plus 3. 6. Going to where? I. What is the value of I? 4. 4 plus 6. How much? Going to where? I. What is the value of I? I value 5. 5. 5 plus 10. How much? 15. Going to I value. For loop becomes false. Come out of it because it reaches to 6 or not. This is the code for what? First n natural numbers. Understand? Go to what is the next? Sum of the squares. See, my dear students, this is called my things. Observe it once more, all of you. No confusion at all. Nothing is there. Very, very simple. Here I am taking. This is the original numbers. What are the squares, my dear students? Can you tell me? Square is nothing but what? It is called 1 into 1. Next is called 2 into 2. 2 into 2 is called what? 4. Next 3 into 3 is called what? 9. Very good. Good students, online students. Next 16. Next is called what? 25. Can you do the logic now? Sum is called 0. Square sum also I need to do or not? These are called squares, ma. These are called squares. Please take it SS is equal to 0 or not? Square sum is equal to 0. Okay. Come on, students. For I in, come on. For I in range of, for I in range of 1 comma n plus 1. For I in range of where? 1 comma n plus 1. Good. Come on, ma. SS is equal to SS plus I star star 2. I star star 2. Are you following? Very good. See how students are saying? If I try to take ungenuine doubts, class will not move forward. Because genuine students will become problem. How students are responding the correct answers? 80%, 90% of the people are interacting like anything. S is equal to S plus I star star 2. Okay, after finishing that I will print. First time what is the value of SS? 0. 0. I value please 1. SS 0 plus 1 star star 2. 0 plus 1 is called 1. 1. That means this 1 I got it. Next going to where? I. What is the value of I? 2. 2. 2. SS value 1 plus I star 2. 4. 1 plus 4. 5. 5. I value please 3. 3. 3. SS is what? 5. 5 plus what? 9. Like that. These kind of things are accumulated. These kind of things are accumulated. You will get the answer here. Are you following? Understand? Similarly, go for what? Cubes. I will go for cubes. So do you know cubes how to do it, ma? Do you know cubes how to do it here? Yes, what is that 1 cube, please? 1. What is the 2 cube, please? 8. 8. Next 3 cube means what? Ma? 27. Very beautiful. What is this now? 64. Next, please. 125. Beautiful. Super. Now tell me the logic, I forget. These are called what, ma? Cubes. Cubes. Come on, logic, please. CS is equal to what? Okay. For I in range. For I in not only I. Why should I take range always? Always. Come on. Range of 1 comma n plus 1. Okay. CS is equal to CS plus value star star 3. Value star star 3. I hope you are understanding. Star star 3. Done. See that. See that. Now done. So after finishing everything, I will print this everything in one place or not? How do you write all together in one place? How do you write all together in place? S comma SS comma CS is equal to 0 comma 0 comma 0. What is this line? I forget. What is this line? S comma CS comma SS. Multi-line. See that. Multi-line assignment. Already explained. Yes, come on now, please. Single line I will write it. Come on. For I in or value in range of 1 comma n plus 1. Beautiful. Come on. S is equal to S plus what? Value. Next, please. SS is equal to SS plus value star 2. Next, please. CS is equal to CS plus value star 3. I will print. I will come to this else part. Below to that, I will write that code. Yes, I will print. SS, I will print. CS, I will print. Students who are in the online, is it understandable? Is this concept is clear? Yes. This is the way how you can take care of this. Shall we do this? Yes. Can you do by yourself? Can you do it, or I have to do it in the class? Right? Come on to the point of it. Can you do by yourself, or I can do? So sir will do or student will do? So, okay, I will do. Okay, we will do. So you tell sir, okay. Okay. Class over, okay. Class over, that is important. Right. Student will do, okay. See that even you observe the chart window, how many of them are saying openly? Only 2 students I say, sir will do, you will do, like that. So, okay, definitely I will tell you, Rafi, don't worry, I will tell you. I only will tell in the class. Just I am seeing the survey, how many people are more interested in this. Fine. So anyhow, this time is over. Tomorrow class when I come back, I will do this logic. I will preserve this logic, you try for it. I will definitely tell in the class. This program, I will definitely tell. Tomorrow, I will tell you more and more important logics. So small program to bigger programs. Again, it will start bigger programs, I will tell you. University marks memo, conversion of various numbers, prime numbers program, many more things, reverse of a number. I'll tell you so many things in the class. Only thing is you must read to the class and then we'll go for it. Okay, students? So is today's class for loop is clear, students? Online students? Okay, good. So I'll stop the class. Tomorrow I will continue complete this program. I will continue this program. Right? Thank you, students. Good day. All the best.